up, Rico? Iced out. King of this bitch, man. I know the vibe. Ain't you the same, yo, man? This shit different. Iced out. Ain't you the same one? Same one. That same nigga that was capping on social media. Said you ain't lacking Libra. I hope your keyboard matching up the check and you can't tell me I gotta see it. Come out the house, stop using your mouse and don't be a mouse. Niggas be cat. Only time you slide is playing in baseball. Yeah, I'm just going off the base. Even at the state charged up me and Fed charge. Cause I'm hot. I'm making it live. You know I'm icy. Niggas don't like me. Bitch be salty, so I keep it spicy. Like a jalapeno in a tuxedo. I be having sauce on the drip. In a pair of Ferragamos on an avocado like a Luciano in this bitch. I ain't no soprano, but I make C notes stack higher when I hit the bank. Cause these niggas put big ass stuff when you get shit in his tank. Captain lacking, no God. Let's give an action, don't stop. Make the move, pressure the beauty. It's pop out, nigga, don't talk. I got a break, nigga, don't bar. I keep it lit, nigga, don't spar. You think it can't happen till you call lacking. And the girls keep it hold on. Ain't you the same one? Same one. That same nigga that was capping on social media. Said you ain't lacking Negro. I hope your keyboard matching up the check and you can't tell me I gotta see it. Pop out the house, stop using your mouse and don't be your mouse.
I let it be cause I like it. In the free world with an ice pick. With a thought of niggas on Rikers. I'm turned up with a white bitch in a foreign car with no license. I don't ask him if I don't like them. But I'm at him with a rifle. Moonwalk him like Michael. Can't talk right now, she got a mouthful. Across your face with a scalpel. You self snitch with your mouth through. Fuck on your block like a prostitute. I ain't feeling but I do what I gotta do. I did so much what I gotta do. Go ape shit like home, but it's tell on. Right here on the waistline. Catch you lacking on the side block. Get your head shot on the same block that your man down in mama fried. Goddamn, it's the same right. Front line, broad day. Give a fuck if they had people with them niggas get shot in broad day.
Ain't you the same one? Same one. That same nigga that was capping on social media. Said you ain't lacking Libra. I hope your keyboard matching up the check and you can't tell me I gotta see it. Come out the house, stop using your mouse and don't be a mouse. So much stuff on my name, you think it's a game? I pull up and flame shit. Show him the king with the stain is. He chopped the chest in the band clip. And the fuck 12 nigga all down cause I'm back on my bullshit. Extended the full clip. Up in close range and still killing that whole shit. Flashbacks and you act for hashtags. But you wanna be a trendy nigga, don't offend me nigga. Let it get to a selfie nigga. Since you wanna be a winning nigga. He talking to Catherine. Step out. Be about that action. Taking that ability to pass it. Or pussy to send me that action. But I'm embarrassed. Niggas be thinking they kicking it till they get killed and they end up in black bag. Even though I don't brag like I said hashtag. I don't even say names cause they get toe tags. Listen, fuck those school, don't get next to me. No cap, all facts, they strapped in. All black, big block right here with enough but enough. You can't fuck with me. Same one, same one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another segment in the Bossy Cafe. Make sure you smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button on the homepage. So, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to do a blog today about the politics of banging. See, a lot of people don't realize that even though gang banging is a culture that sometimes society looks at as like, maybe a terrorist organization, etc., etc. A lot of people don't realize the underlying politics of being a gang member, especially when you're in prison. So I decided to touch on that on this video. I think that's a great topic. I don't think a lot of people shed enough light on it. So, you know me, the glow, we got to put a light on it. And that's that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, prime example of the prison politics unfolding is right here on YouTube. It happens in front of you daily. You constantly see individuals come up here telling one story, then you have an individual, even myself, come through and expose the truth, as in putting it out there, what's not true. Now, as grimy as that may look to the outside, as crazy as that may look to the outside, you have to understand one of the secret things that come with the culture. It's like, as bad as it sounds, it's a part of the culture to discredit someone when they do bad. Like it's a part of the culture to disown someone when they don't live up to the expectations that you held them to, when they don't live up to the rules and regulations that you yourself made it your business to live up to. So now, when you fall in the hot seat in a gang, unfortunately, it's not just a bunch of people clowning you. It's not just a bunch of people roasting you, cutting your ass. No, it actually gets physical, and in some cases, ends up fatal. Now, the reason why politics are used is because people base their life around what they hear. Everybody, not everybody, a lot of people just automatically piggyback off the next person's salute, the next person's stamp. So, prime example, if I say this nigga's official, automatically, without making your own assessment of who this individual is, you'll piggyback off of my word rather than sit back yourself and see what kind of individual he is to you individually. So now, in this politic game, if I have a mean following and I take to discrediting you, calling you out your name, making you look like a lame, everybody that follows me is going to do the same thing. Now, is that right? No. Is that wrong? No. Because sometimes you can learn or can get a heads up from listening to someone else's opinion on someone else. Sometimes that can open your eyes to see some shit you might not have noticed on your own. But now, when you mix a violent culture like gangbanging with politics, what do you think is going to happen? You understand what I'm saying? What do you really expect to happen? Things get really ugly really, really fast. Now, in prison, it gets 10 times worse because now when you're in prison, there's no escape. There's no, oh, if I don't want to be bothered with these niggas, I can go over here. Or if I don't want to indulge, I'm just going to stay. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You're in an environment where the environment forces you to be around people that normally you wouldn't say a word to. The environment forces you to be around people that you can't wait to get away from. So now in that environment, you're already under high stress, high pressure. The testosterone levels are through the roof, going through your own shit. This is why the levels of violence hit the levels that it does. This is why there's so much politics. This is why there's so much back and forth. Because unfortunately, dudes have used it into a tool of reigning to power. Like they use this shit as a weapon on their road to fame. All right, you know what? I'm gonna throw this out there, try to make this nigga look like a cornball, this, that, and the third. Now, prime example, we all fall victim to doing it because unfortunately, what I'm trying to explain to you is it's been a part of the culture. So whether you realize it or not, we've been doing this shit. And it's terrible. It doesn't make it right. But you got to understand why it makes it comfortable. That's what we know. That's what we used to. We used to highlighting the negative when someone does something bad. We used to put it out there so everybody else knows who this individual is. You feel me? So now, understanding the game, understanding what's going on, that's like go get up and you're going to carry a weapon, right? You don't have to be a shooter, but if you're a shooter. But if you know someone is looking for you and they have a gun, understand with that being said, this is why that happens. Pardon me for the buffering, ladies and gentlemen. And just kick back in, so just try to bear with me. And like bringing it back to me, keeping it on me, the situation with Mel Cross. I fell victim to doing the same things that I tell everybody that like is a part of the culture. I just literally did the same thing. Now my motive was because he showed me he wasn't my brother. He showed me he's not individual I pegged him to be. So now what do? Do I take to shutting up and let him portray this fake image to the world? Or do I go along with the culture, do what we've been doing, put it out there, expose it for what it is? You see, there's a lot of times y'all don't be understanding why shit happens. It's a lot of times that it may look like a nigga just doing something to try to portray an image or to try to gain some type of clout, when all actuality is actually a nigga just telling you how he feels about a nigga. Actually, a nigga just snitching, snaking stabbing each other, who do we have to blame but each other? We have no one to blame but each other. We got to hold each other accountable. We got to hold each other responsible. And y'all understand that y'all tell me it's skipping bad, ladies and gentlemen. I might just go live on my phone. In prison with banging, the whole thing revolves around politics. The presidential position. You're going to have the people in Congress who's voting for him, voting against him, supporting him, people who's trying to knock him off the pedestal. This is how it's structured. You understand what I'm saying? This is how it is structured. So now y'all not understanding the structure. Y'all not understanding why things happen the way they do. When it happens from the neutral standpoint or from a spectator standpoint, y'all sitting on the sidelines like, yo, damn, all these niggas do is talk bad about each other. And to a certain degree, you're 100% right. And it's not good. It's actually terrible. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, unfortunately, this shit is a part of the culture. They say that there's multiple ways to bang, right? They have a saying where they say there's multiple ways to bang. One of the ways that they say that you can bang is socially banging. Now, you would ask yourself, how can someone bang socially? By politicking, by talking about situations with other individuals, talking to other individuals about certain situations. That is the only way that you can bang socially. Making it your business to meet and greet all your fellow comrades, etc., etc. So now being taught, banging socially, walking in accordance to certain rules and regulations, you don't think it's in my level of responsibility to put certain shit out there? I mean, like, as far as the culture is concerned, or how the culture is conducted, you don't think that I had every right to do what I did according to how we run our culture, according to how we handle shit around here? Now, there's always going to be people who disagree. Yo, Tony Hayes, I'm glad you said that on social media. Do you know why things like this end up on social media? Because though that's the platform that individuals took to using to promote their false agendas. This is the platform that niggas took to using to promote their lies and slander. So how can you expect me not to take to the same platform to address and correct the fake shit? You understand what I'm saying? That's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. That's like me trying to yell out my window to spread the same message that this motherfucker is on the internet spreading. I'm not going to hit nowhere near the same amount of people. I'm not going to hit the same crowd. It's not going to. It started here. It has to finish here. And a lot of y'all don't understand some of these niggas that get exposed or get their business put out there on the internet, put their self out here on the internet for that to happen. They came on here. They put the politics out there. They put the lies out there. They put it out there to be addressed. If you didn't want it addressed, if you didn't want it commented on, it should have never been on the internet. All right, check it. Let me pin this comment. He said, in a black gang, wouldn't banging socially mean banging for the politics of the black community on some revolutionary shit? King Mel, it could mean that. But on the same token, the definition is going to boil down to the perception of the person who's ultimately determining the definition. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some people could use socially banging on some black revolutionary shit to promote a more positive agenda, to put it out there for individuals to have a clearer understanding of society and the culture. Yes, I totally agree. It could take that turn, but fortunately in this culture, it doesn't. We're not talking about the what ifs, because if what if was a fifth, we would all be drunk. We're not talking about the potential of what could be. We're just clearly talking about what it is. We're calling a spade a spade. Yo, make sure y'all hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We got 94 in attendance and only 33 people hit the like button. Show support. Of course, you're not gonna hit that button. But like I was saying, King Mal, you had a very valid point, man. A lot of people misuse their power, misuse this politics, misuse the definition of socially banging. So now with it being misused, it doesn't take on a new definition. Of course it does, because now you leaving individuals to make their perception of what socially banging means by the actions you made while socially banging. So now, if that's what I determine it to mean because of what you display, what you think I'm going to display, what you think I'm going to project, what you think I'm going to put out there. I'm going to put out there what I feel is acceptable, what I feel is the norm of the culture. See, it comes back full circle. You may think I'm rambling, but if you're really paying attention to me, everything I just said comes back full circle, man. And that's the one part people don't understand. Perception is ultimately the definition of any word, because you can have your own way of looking at things. And because the way you look at it, you're going to come up with your own definition for it. So now, keeping it on the topic, socially banging, this is what's been happening on social media. Niggas took social banging to a different level. You feel me? Are you rocking with me? Niggas took social banging to a whole different level, fucking with social media. So now, as a remedy, now highlight the word remedy, as a solution, what you think has to be done? If it was already put out there on social media, and now the perception of it has already been fucking twisted because of social media, what do you feel is the remedy? How else can you match that? How can you counteract that without taking to the same platform, without socially banging in the same definition projected? Are y'all with me? Are y'all following me? You said, would I consider that to be two wrongs? Now check it. Again, this is why I stress the word remedy. I stress the word solution. You could call it two wrongs, right? Oh, if it wasn't supposed to be done, that doesn't make it right if you do it. You could call it being two wrongs. You can call it that. But on the same token, I could also call it a remedy. You took to social media to put this out there. So in order for me to correct what you put out there, where's the only place I can go to do that? What's the only platform that's going to give me the same audience that you had when you promoted the poison? When you promoted the false definition, the wrong definition, when you miseducated the people looking for education through social media, how am I supposed to remedy that without social media? That's just my quick question to y'all. Exactly. There is no remedy outside of that. It had to be addressed on the same platform it took place. You got to fight fire with fire. You don't bring a knife to a gunfight. You don't bring a knife to a fist fight. It's about meeting it on the level you have to meet it on, bro. Like, you got to understand the demon you're attacking. You got to understand the demon that's being attacked. And yo, not Marlo, you actually quoted something that I actually quoted. Like, that's my saying. I'd rather ask for forgiveness. Yo, who deleted the message? Yo, why y'all delete not Marlo message? Beast, you wildin'. But yo, that's a fact. It's always better to ask for forgiveness than permission, man. Because now you're doing what you feel is right. You're following your heart on how you feel. And that's what it's supposed to be about. You're not supposed to be doing some shit because everyone else wants you to do it. You don't do things to appease everyone else unless you're doing it to do it for everyone else. Like, unless you're doing it for the game, you're not supposed to do it to appease nobody. You're supposed to do it because that's genuinely what you feel. That's genuinely what's on your mind and your heart. You understand me? And that's not what happens nowadays. That's not how it plays out. People don't do things because they genuinely want to do it or because they genuinely believed in that was the right thing to do. People don't do it for that. People do it for social media. People do it for how people are going to look at them. They're not doing it because it's the right thing to be done. I do it because it's the right thing to be done. I dress the corny shit on here because somebody has to remedy it. Somebody has to address it, or lies become the truth to a misguided, blind motherfucker. Somebody got to tell the truth. And now you got a lot of people that's going to say, lie on social media. You need to go to the same motherfuckers that took the line on social media. If they didn't lie on social media, I wouldn't have to remedy it on social media. Are you following me? Because I'm not just talking to talk. I'm dropping some shit on y'all niggas if you're following me, man. Because this applies on so many different angles to so many different people. You can't even put one person in this title. You can't even put a name in this title, man. Because too many of us fall under this category. A lot of the things that is done out here in society, period. A lot of things that's done out here in society, period, my nigga. It's to appease other people. Niggas ain't doing it because it makes them happy in here. I do some shit, it's because I felt it here. It made me feel happy here. It let me know here that's what I was supposed to do. And that brings us back to niggas speaking on King Mal when he made the comment about shouldn't we be out here basically using social banging on a more revolutionary, as a more revolutionary tool. And I agree. That's what brings me back to that, bro. It all comes back full circle. Please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We spitting some real spill. If I was talking disrespectfully about somebody, my likes would be matching the views already. I'm trying to drop a jewel for the young ones who need to understand sometimes they need to follow their heart and mind on what they know is right, not what they expect the people to think should be done. You can't react and live your whole life on what others want you to do. Sometimes you got to do what you know is right and exact, and you got to take the comments, the compliments, the insults. You got to take all of that shit with it. Because you know in your heart you did what was right and exact. You know in your heart you spit facts. See, the difference between me and a lot of nigga, I will stoop to your level and match your negative ass energy. But I would never have to put you down for me to come up. I don't need none of you niggas as my escalator. I'm an elevator kind of nigga. I'm going to move up and level up on my own at the press of a button. We going live. On another token, though, it's not a lot of people who can actually say that. It's not a lot of people who actually live in accordance to that. There's people whose whole focus is putting someone down for them to come up. If you ever hear me put someone down or make an insult about someone, I bet you they insulted me first. Or they violated something that I stand for. And y'all know me. I speak up. You do something I don't like, I'm going to address it because it's what I believe in. I'm not doing it because of how everyone else is going to see it. That's just the benefit that comes with it, addressing it socially. But the fact remains, nigga, that's just how I feel. And that's why I was done. That what was true. That's why it was done. Certain lies needed to be fixed. That's why it was done. Are you following me? Yo, Todd Peterson, shout out and check-in. Salute, King. 1090 Bory, salute. Was the movie started off a Monster Cody book? There's rumors that that's the book OG Mac based the foundation of the East Coast Bloods on. That's one of the main politics that's always been surrounding. And you know what's so crazy? When you read that book, you can definitely see the similarities. When you check out that book, you can definitely see where a lot of our structure came from. There was certain things that was literally just a switch of one word or two. I invite anybody to go check it out. It's an autobiography about a guy named Monster Cody. The name of the book is called Monster by Monster Cody. It's his autobiography. He was a Crip dude from the West Coast who was he wrote his story about his life experiences gang banging in and outside of prison. Now, in that book, he actually has a roll call, so to speak, that he says that the Crips created on the West Coast back then. Now, that same roll call has so many similarities to the New York Blood roll call, to the point where this is why they say we definitely stole the swag from him. But is it confirmed? We'll never know. OG Mac ain't ever gonna come out and say, yes, I stole it from there. Yes, that's what I did. But no, there's so many similarities that, yeah, a lot of people do definitely believe that's where it came from. But that's a fact, Draco. Whenever you someone, like prime example, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, just to name a few, when you someone that has something to say, there's always someone that doesn't want that shit said. There's always someone that wants to silence you. Why? Because your truth silences their lies. A lot of niggas can't live with being real. A lot of niggas can't live with the acceptance of who they are. They can't accept the fact that, yo, bro, you average, you regular like the rest of us. In their mind, they have these delusions of grandeur that place them on a pedestal. They don't even have access to a ladder to get there. And it's so nasty, man. It's so nasty how people bleed politics to promote personal agendas. And this is why I do what I do. For those that never truly get it. This is why I pull skirts up. This is why I tell niggas truth. Because now it forces niggas to be held accountable. It forces niggas to be who the fuck you supposed to be, or you gonna have that one motherfucker that's gonna blow you up. Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy. Sometimes you gotta make the sacrifice for the greater good. I'd rather niggas be mindful about every video they put out because they know I'm gonna fuck around and say something than me not say nothing and niggas just put out any fucking video they want to. Or niggas just say anything out their mouth that they want to. See, no. When you got a platform like this, you can hold niggas accountable. And that's all I do. I hold these niggas accountable for their words and actions, man. Just like they hold me accountable for my words and actions. The first thing a nigga does is try to highlight anything anyone does wrong. So we all must be held accountable, regardless who you are, regardless what you jack. As a man, that's your responsibility. Any questions? Any feedback? We got a half hour in. I want to touch on certain things, before the conclusion of this video. This wasn't going to be a long one. I just wanted to throw that out there, man. I wanted to have this discussion with y'all, man, because how often do we even have real topics like this, man? How often do niggas really dig in about shit like this to explain the shit that doesn't usually get explained? Without saying names, is there any real right OGs? There's a whole lot of them. And the real right ones aren't going to be named. You understand? Unless they want to be named. But that's That's what y'all don't understand. A part of them being the individual they are is why they're not being named. They don't want to be named. Niggas ain't doing it for the credit of social media. Niggas ain't trying to get, you know what I'm saying, social media lit. It's only the niggas that's trying to get social media lit that come on here and start lying, telling other fucking stories about themselves to portray a bigger image. Outside of that, the real niggas that have an image aren't up here trying to put it out there to the world. They're actually trying to stay free. They shutting the fuck up. They behind the scenes militant. Why not push their ideology? What do you mean? Why? Why would we? The same as you say, why not? Why would we? You see, I got a lot of things to say about a lot of people, but then I end up looking like a bitter bitch. So I don't say nothing until the nigga play himself. You understand? It's not me holding secrets. It's not me trying to protect somebody. It's me deciding not to be a hater until a nigga hates on himself. Until a nigga play himself and asks to be exposed. Why are you time? Bro, I'm not timing people out. If you get timed out for a comment that should have been timed out, let me know. Pay attention to the name that says it timed you out. Because who knows? Maybe there's a moderator who's doing some bullshit that needs to lose their wrench. I don't know. But I didn't time you out. So if you get timed out by somebody and you weren't supposed to be timed out, pay attention to who timed you out and let me know. Yo, right, Mars. They used to call the young dudes dumb for being on social media, doing certain shit on social media. But these same motherfuckers came up here and tell their whole history on social media. They disclosed codes and secrets on social media that they had no business fucking doing. There's certain shit right now that you can look up on fucking YouTube that has no fucking business on fucking YouTube. And we have no one to blame but the individuals who put it there. I don't fall under that category. Understand that. Now, the same people that were ridiculing us for the social media shit are the same ones indulging with an addiction out of this world. I'm talking about, look at these niggas. You got a nigga sitting in jail right now fighting for his freedom. But every phone call he gets, he got to call us, make a YouTube video. Showing you where his mind is at right now. Showing you where his priorities are right now. Some of these niggas be having a fucked up mentality. There's all type of mental health disorders mixed in with it. And you said I give Scheme a pass because that's my homie. Am I not supposed to? Do I not still tell Scheme where he's wrong? Of course I do. But I do it with class. I do it with class. That's where loyalty comes in. That's where favoritism does play a part. I'm a real nigga. I'm not going to lie, nigga. I'm not going to say what you want me to say, so now you can be like, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell it like it is, bro. Scheme did a mad shit he had no business doing. If Scheme would have been anybody other than my man, I'd have been bombing his ass too. But that's my man. So I talk to him about shit behind the scenes. I'm not going to come on here and do this. A lot of these other niggas not my mans. I don't have no personal relationship with you. I don't have no personal loyalty to you to the point where now I'd be more mindful about checking you behind the scenes than checking you in front of the world. No, some of these niggas, I'm going to check in front of the world because I don't owe you shit and you had no business saying the shit you said in front of the fucking world. So I addressed your ass on the same fucking stage. And I understand not everybody's going to agree with me. This brings me back to me understanding perception, life, politics. I truly comprehend. I just try to translate it and put it out there so other people can get used to it too. Other people can get used to difference of opinions and understanding not everybody's going to be authentic. Not everybody's going to keep it real. Not everybody's going to give it up how they're supposed to give it up. But that should not hinder you. That should not be your excuse for falling short in your body, in your walk of life. That's no excuse. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You can't be wrong and strong. You can't. Tony Hayes, I'm answering your questions because you're really building with me. I like your insight. If most of the OGs are behind the wall, how do you deter the youth from thinking to be an OG has to go behind the wall? We never try to portray that in order to be an OG, you have to be behind the wall. And that's not true. Not all OGs are behind the wall. Are there a lot of OGs behind the wall? Yes. But on the same token, it's also like, you don't hear me constantly stress that I'm trying to change the definition of cool. I say that shit 100 times. This is the reason I make these videos, because that right there. I don't want niggas to feel like you gotta go to jail to be cool. I don't want niggas to feel like going to jail is a stamp or badge of honor. It's actually a situation that hinders you. It's actually a situation that hinders you from growing, bro. It's actually a situation that stops you from excelling in life if you're thinking that you have to go to jail. Nah, you don't need to go to jail. Jail is for the birds. Jail is for the crackheads and the niggas that fucked up along the way. There's nothing to highlight that shit. That shit is whack, bro. I'm never once gonna come on here and make jail seem like it's a cool place to be, man. There's nothing cool about that shit. People need to get that out their head. I don't know why they feel when a nigga come home from jail, he's supposed to be automatically more official. I don't understand. Because that shows that we were actually dumb criminals. We were dumb. We got caught. We fucked up. We got caught. It's the reality. And I'm never going to shade the reality because it applies to me too. Ha! That part. Jail is for whack niggas, man. That's why I'm trying to change, because I was a whack nigga in and out of jail. I was a whack ass nigga going in and out of jail, man. So I never try to portray that image to the world. I want the world to know the truth. I want the world to do better than me. I want the youth that look up to me to fly past me, soar past me, nigga. And we got the trolls in the comments, but you got to understand that's what the devil does. That's what negativity does. When we building and we having some real ass conversation, they're going to always send a troll in here. They're going to always send a negative vibe in here to try to kill the real shit that's being spoken about. You understand me? Nah, can't stop my glow. Damn sure can't stop my show. Now I'm still gonna keep dropping these jewels, period. But yo, Tyson Garcia, you asked me what made me smarten up. Bro, you realize after a while, it's time to grow up, bro. You realize after a while, you can't keep doing the same shit over and over. You understand? You can't keep doing the same shit over and over and expecting a different result. They say that's called insanity. All right, John Doe, you said just because you get caught doesn't make you a dumb criminal. You're right. But now, if you sit there and you have a conversation with a lot of people when they get locked up, right? And you fully listen to a nigga explain his story, 9 times out of 10, it's always some dumb shit the nigga did along the way that got him caught. You can argue this all you want. I've been listening to these stories my fucking whole life. It be But yo, like I was saying, it be the dumb niggas that fumble. So when I say that's what I'm referring to, it's a general statement. Does it cover everyone overall? Of course not, bro. Of course not. But this is when, you know what I mean, I'm asking you to be open-minded and not hold everything in the literal sense. Just listen to the jewel. If you could put in your thing, get your shine on. If not, pawn that shit. It's up to you, brother. You feel me? I'm just dropping my jewels on you. Of course, man. Dumbest shit is what gets a nigga caught, bro. Yo, Fats, always, you know that shit. All right, Nick, and there's nothing wrong with having a job. There's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5. Yo, prime example. This is how you kill your haters. Yo, shout out OG Product. Salute. And with that being said, back to the positivity. Yeah, like maybe a nigga just wanted a shout out. Is that what you wanted? I don't know. I don't get it. Hopefully you get well. Wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully you catching some of this jewels I'm throwing out there. Hopefully you can soak it up, man. Cause you need a little help over there, man. So you know I'm dropping some shit out there. Hopefully you can soak that up. Why are you the only one pushing the positive truth? We're the OGs home to help. There's a lot of people that's out here helping. They're doing it in their own way though. Yo, salute, Bounce James. Well, we all witnessed CK said his paperwork on Schemo, so that's not exposed you. Fuck the milk cross. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I said this, Bounce James, and this is not me making excuses for no one. The same rule applied to everybody, nigga. CK's saying he got that paperwork, he gotta produce it. If he don't have that paperwork, he need to come on here and make a public apology because you put your foot in your mouth. Bro, nobody's exempt. I call a spade, my nigga. I call a spade a spade. I'm gonna keep it real. Right, you understand what I'm saying? I tell him about that shit too. If he ain't produced that paperwork, you out of pocket, nigga. You totally out of pocket. And now, anytime you say someone's a rat, niggas gonna look at you stupid. Like, oh. He gotta produce that. If he can't produce that, he needs a public apology. You need to come and explain to us why the fuck you said you had it. You put your foot in your mouth. Again, in the social media shit, socially banging, gone wrong, nigga. Prime example. Yo, Mac been 100. That nigga's not even worth your time, bro. Unless you want that $50, that nigga ain't even worth your time, man. Fuck him. Yo, Tony Hayes, yeah, there's reports that there was statements made by him before he started Blood, correct? Yo, Beast, why did you block him? Let that nigga do his thing. Don't time him out. But that's a fake one. All right, if it's a fake one, cool. I'm about to say, if that's the real one, nah, don't time that nigga out. Let him get it off. Get it off his fucking chest. Let me go grab my cell phone. Close that door. Close that door. Thank you. Thank you. Hey yo, topic. I'm about to end this live. I'm gonna come back live on. So if anybody would like to chime in, add their 2 cents, anything that they want to say or add to the dialogue, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. So I'm gonna end this live right now, and then I'm gonna come back live on StreamYard. If you're interested in that, if you're gonna be in attendance, drop 100 in the comments, and we go on. We out. Let me know who's in attendance, man. Because if y'all ain't gonna come over there, I'll just stay right here. You're gonna pull up, drop the hundreds, I got you. That's 1, 2, I got you. Now they wanna hate me. That was the real one, right? I thought it was, you heard? All right, copy. Niggas gonna be in attendance. We lit. I see my day ones, the same ones. They don't change, son. Iced out. I bet. Salute. 300 saying stay here. You don't want to go to StreamYard, huh? It might be a couple people that want to chime in and add their 2 cents, though. Look at the chat. They going crazy. A lot of people might want to say something, bro. Whoa, niggas want to say something. That's 2 people saying stay here. Everybody else is like, yeah, oh wow, what happened? All right, so yo, look, we on StreamYard. So if anybody wants to pull up and get their 2 cents, 2 minutes, we lit.